All right, so we are going to finish 5.3b, and we're talking about multiple angles. So when you see it says the sine of 2x equals 1, we have to do something completely different. So it's this whole idea of there being what I'm going to call a double angle or a triple angle, and it's just a completely new technique. And the reason is that if you think about what the graph of y equal 2x looked like, I don't know why I just said that, y equals sine of 2x look like. I don't know if you remember, hopefully you remember the period was 2 pi over this number. So the period was equal to pi. And just to do this really quickly, so if I wanted to know where does sine equal 1 between 0 and 2 pi, it equals 1 here, but because the period is only pi, I actually have to keep on going to 2 pi and get this answer as well. So there's two possible places that it actually hits now instead of just one, because the normal sine of x equals 1 normally only hit in one place, but now it hits twice and it hits at half that amount. So how do we do it? All right, so the way that you do it is you're going to let u equal the 2x, this angle right in here. And so we're going to have sine of u is equal to 1, and then we solve for u. So what is the angle whose sine is 1? We know that that's pi over 2. But here's the new technique, and we only use this. It's like general solutions. You say plus 2 pi n, but you even do these when it's not general solutions, whenever it's a double angle or a triple angle or something like that. So we add plus 2 pi n, okay? Then I'm going to unsubstitute. So that was equal to 2x. Now I'm going to divide everything by 2 to get x alone. So I get x equals, now pi over 2 divided by 2 is just pi over 2 times a half, so it's pi over 4 plus pi n. And so that's how it actually gives me what this was, which was the pi over 4. And then it's telling me I need to go over and add pi to that to get the next answer. So if it says general solutions, I would now be done. But it said solve this problem from 0 to 2 pi. So what that means is, okay, we're going to do a lot of these, so don't worry. But the first answer, you basically let n equals 0 here. So I get just pi of equals 4. Then you just keep on adding pi until you get to 2 pi. So if I added pi to this, I would have pi over 4 plus, and then I'm going to change it to 4 pi over 4. Actually, it's easier if you do it right here. Okay, so now when I add pi to 4 pi, I get 5 pi over 4. Okay, now if I continue to do that, because it's for every value of n, so I keep adding pi, then if I added pi on another 4 pi over 4 onto this, I would get 9 pi over 4, but that's beyond 2 pi. So I stop right here, and that's where I'm done. So let me do that again with a new problem. Okay, so let's let u equal 3x in this case. So cosine of u is equal to 1. Now you think, what is the angle whose cosine is 1? Hopefully you got that at 0. So we always say 0 plus 2 pi n. That's the technique for these double and triple angles. Then I unsubstitute. That's what u equaled. Divide everything by 3. Okay, and I can kind of just ignore that now. So now I get x equals, and I divide all of these by 3. So I get 0 over 3, which is just 0, plus 2 pi over 3n. Now, if it said general solutions, I'd be done, because that's general solution format, but it doesn't say that. It says solve between 0 and 2 pi. So that just means I want all of the angles between 0 and 2 pi. And this is a formula that generates that. So the first answer is going to be 0, because it's like you always start with n equals 0. Then I'm just going to continually add on 2 pi over n until I get to under 2 pi, because that's open circle. So 0 plus 2 pi over 3 is 2 pi over 3, plus another 2 pi over 3 is 4 pi over 3, plus another 2 pi over 3 is 6 pi over 3. But that's 2 pi, and I can't get anything beyond 2 pi, not even including 2 pi. So those are my 3 answers. All right, so basically the idea is if you have just normally one answer to this problem, like if it was you, this is now telling you that you're going to have 3 times that amount of answers. So that's why there's this answer, this answer, this answer. And the idea is that it's because the period was normally 2 pi and it's been cut into thirds. So now I have an answer for each little third of a period. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the next one. It's really a little confusing to understand at first, but if you stick with it, it's the same process every single time. A little bit different for tangent. All right, so let's solve here. First, I'm going to isolate sine squared of 2x. Take the square root, plus or minus the square root of 3 over 2, which is something that we know. It's a unit circle problem. So now I'm going to say let u equal 2x. Sine of u equals plus or minus the square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so just get a different color here. So now what are the 4 angles that u equals for square root of 3 over 2? Well, those are all the pi over 3s. So it's going to be tedious, and these are definitely like the longest problems that you'll have ever, I think, maybe in all of trig. So it's 2x is going to equal that. It's going to be pi over 3 plus 2 pi n, all of the pi over 3s because of this. So then it's 2 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n, 4 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n, and 5 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n. So what do? I divide everything by 2 because this tells me divide everything by 2. So I'm going to divide all that by 2, all that by 2, all that by 2, all that by 2. We're lucky because it's just asking for general solutions. So my answer will just have n in it. But the answer for the first one, when I divide pi over 6 by 2, I get pi over 3 by 2, I get pi over 6 plus pi n, because that's going to be a pi n. And you just do that for all of them. So when I take 2 pi over 3, and that's this right here, and divide it by 2, it's really getting multiplied by a half. So that becomes pi over 3 plus pi n. And then 4 pi over 3 times a half becomes 2 pi over 3 plus pi n. And the last one, 5 pi over 3 divided by 2 is 5 pi over 6 plus pi n. Okay, so that's the general solutions for those. Okay, tangent's just slightly different. So let u equal 2x. Tangent of u is equal to 1. So what will u equal? Well, with tangent, we only need to find the first angle and add pi n, just like before. So tangent's actually easier. So we are only going to say pi over 4 plus pi n, because 5 pi over 4 is just pi more than pi over 4. So you would get it anyway. This generates 5 pi over 4, so you don't need it. So 2x equals that. I'm going to divide everything by 2. And I get that x equals pi over 8 plus pi over 2 n. Okay, that's general solutions. Okay, general solutions. But now it says solve it between 0 and 2 pi. So this is where pi over 8 is my first answer, and then I have to continually add this amount, like just keep adding pi over 2 any amount of times. That's why there's an n until you get to 2 pi. Okay, so I'm going to add to that. I'm going to change the denominator and make it look like this. All right, so we know my first answer was pi over 8 because we always start with n equaling 0. Now I'm just going to continually add 4 pi over 8 onto that. So I get 5 pi over 8, add it on to this one. That's 9 pi over 8, add it on to this one. That's 13 pi over 8. And what happens when I do it again? I get 17 pi over 8, which is more than 16 pi over 8, which is more than 2 pi, and this said stop at 2 pi. So it's just 4 answers. Okay, and so what's different about tangent and cotangent? You only need the first angle, and you only add pi n instead of 2 pi n. Okay, so let's take a look at number 4. And by the way, we're only doing 4, 5, and 6 for this video. We're going to save the next handout for the next class. So this is already in factored form, so you do not need to distribute it. You just solve each of them. So I set this equal to 0 and this equal to 0. Okay, so I get that secant of 2x equals -2. I'm going to recip. Cosine of 2x equals -1/2. And now I'm going to use u substitution. So let's let u equal 2x. Cosine of u is -1/2. Now I'd like you to do the rest of this. Try to figure out what u is. What are the two angles that make cosine -1/2? And then put plus 2 pi n. And stop the video and go ahead and do that. So I'm thinking it's a pi over 3 angle, so then that's going to be 2 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n. And it's going to be a 4 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n. And this equals 2x. So now I have to divide everything through by 2. So much work here, I know. All that gets divided by 2. All that gets divided by 2. So then that becomes x equals pi over 3 plus pi n. X equals, do it out, reduce 2 pi over 3 plus pi n. And if I wanted general solutions, I'd be done. But no, it says 0 to 2 pi. So I'm going to change this to 3 over 3, and then change that to 3 over 3 for ease. Okay, so my first angle is pi over 3. Second angle, add 3 pi over 3 to that. Do it again, you're beyond 2 pi, so I'm done. First angle, 2 pi over 3. Add 3 pi over 3 to that. I get 5 pi over 3. If I did it one more time, it would be beyond 2 pi. I'm done. So those are the two answers for that one, and then I have to do this, but this one's really easy. Sine squared x equals 1, square root. Don't forget plus or minus. And then this is just regular. What is the angle whose sine is 1? So, and -1. So the two answers there are pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, and I'm done. I don't need general solutions, nothing like that. Okay, next one. Let's isolate the cotangent. I would add 2 divided by 2. Recip. You never reciprocate the angle though. The reciprocal of 1 is 1. U equals x over 2. So I get that the tangent of u equals 1. Okay, so what would u equal? Well, for tangent, we only do the first one. So it'd be pi over 4 plus pi n. But now I have to unsubstitute because I want x, I don't want u. And this time, we have to multiply everything by 2. So I get x equals multiply by 2, that becomes pi over 2, multiply by 2, plus 2 pi n. And that's it. Okay, and the last problem. This is a recip. Don't reciprocate the angle. Now, just as a reminder, it does tell me to find the regular solutions. I'm just checking my time here. It does say to find the regular solutions from 0 to 2 pi, but I have to do a 2 pi n problem because it's a quadruple angle. So anything that has like a double, triple, quadruple, we have to use u substitution, where u equals 4x, and then we get the answer. So where does cosine equal 1/2 on the unit circle? Write that down. And hopefully you got that it's pi over 3 plus 2 pi n. And it's also equal to 5 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n. So we have to do the 2 pi n here, even though it's not a general solution, because that's going to give it gives us the formula to come up with the other answers. So 4x equals this, 4x equals this. So now I'm going to divide everything by 4. And I get pi over 12 plus pi over 2, and I just reduced. So stop the video, reduce, and make sure that you get what I got, and do the same thing here. 5 pi over 12 plus pi over 2n. Okay, if it was general solutions, I would be done. By the way, these are both equal to x, not u. And now, though, it says solve between 0 and 2 pi, so I have to find a common denominator. So I'm going to multiply these by 6 to get the 12. And now let's see if you can do this by stopping the video, see if you can get the answers. But otherwise, I take my first angle, pi over 12, add 6 pi to the numerator, add another 6 pi to the numerator. Oh boy, we're running out of room. Add another 6 pi to the numerator. And if I did it one more time, I would be beyond 24 pi over 12. So I stop. So that's just that one. Wait, where am I going to do this? Okay, so now this one, start with the first one, 5 pi over 12. Add 6 pi to the numerator. Add 6 pi to the numerator. Add 6 pi to the numerator. And that's just right before 2 pi. So if I did one more, I'd be beyond it. So there's that many answers. Okay, and just save the last video unless you want to try to go ahead, and we're probably just going to enter those answers into Desmos to see if you're right next week or next class. But otherwise, you can just wait until class.